welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. I hope everybody is having themselves a wonderful, wonderful weekend so far. Oh boy, what do we got here? We have 4 over there on the Tubies, and we got 15 over there on the Odysseys. So we're definitely on an Odyssey, well more than we're on a Tubi. I guess that's to be expected. 3 over there on Rumble. Greetings. Best show on Rumble, says Braxel. Thank you very much. And we have 1 hanging out over there on Twitch. That's probably you, the Die Master. How's it going? We have 1 over there on D Live as well. Greetings. And today we have a locals live chat set up. Apparently I do have internet now, and everything is working great as far as locals. So we did set up a live chat. Anybody who has even a free account over on locals, there's a separate live chat feed over there on locals. You do not need to be a paid subscriber over there. Just the free subscribers will participate in the live stream. So if you're watching it somewhere else and don't want to go into log into whatever other places you're watching it, you can always do the locals account. All right. Silver Adventures. Hello. Commodore Fan 64. Greetings. Moonbase Alpha. Great. Dude, we got to get Biden out of the White House so I can start actually going back to saying, take me to your leader again. I don't want to go to that leader. What conversation are we going to have? Sniffed any good girls lately? I mean, ugh. Hello, Joseph. Tried installing GNOME boxes, flat pack, huge bus, cannot save VM snapshots, cause the desktop to freeze, forced me to go into TTY mode, sudo reboot. Try installing it without the flat pack. Flat pack, the sandboxing might be causing some of those issues. Got some exciting news. 9 piglets, 4 ducks, and I think 7 rabbits born today. Very awesome. That's what we all need to be doing, is growing our own food. I mean, 9 bacon seeds. You just hatched 9 bacon seeds. That's totally awesome. Let's see. Happy Veterans Day. It is indeed Veterans Day. Audio sync issues finally fixed on the latest version of VirtualBox. Several VM projects going on, including a Windows 10 VM and a new minimal MX Linux Cinnamon Respin. Very cool. More people on Odyssey, but they don't chat as much. I don't know. I think they kind of do, actually. Greetings. Just got off the work. My sister and her friend are blasting music in the car, so I can't hear anything until we get home. Well, greetings, Ashton. As if you can hear me. Should I need to hold up a sign? Hello, Ashton. Let's see. We got 16 over there on Odyssey. Moonbase Self-Graze is also over there. Hello, Dan. Dan, the locals representative, got back to me. They said that the everything is working the way it says, but it's probably needs to fix how they report it. But you can access anything on locals for the current month. Faithful greetings. Sodium chloride. Hello. YouTube better roll up their pant legs. Odysseys are rising. Yes, they are. Hello, AT8KNHN9. Yeah, greetings. Hello, Zachar. Bacon seeds. Flash steel to help fix flat packs. There you go. Hello, Jim. And we got Jeremiah Hunter also over there on Rumble. Happy Friday to you as well. Look at that. We actually have a more on Rumble now than we have on YouTube. Isn't that totally awesome? And the Die Master, of course, pokes my head out from under a rock to watch Switch Linux. Of course, there you go. Greetings. 1 over there on D Live, and hello, Dan Kelly's over there on Locals. Greetings. We have a little bit of probably a shorter program today because it was election week. Actually, is it election month now? It's election year. Because we still do not have all the results. We chastise third world nations for unfair elections, and we don't know the results of ours yet, which is okay. I mean, we'll figure it out. Not saying there's anything goofy going on. I'm not saying anything smells bad right now. I'm just saying we should know our results by now, but we don't. And nearly everything was related to election stuff, and I promise there's no election stuff except for the spicy stuff that doesn't go on the Tubies. So you can stick around for that, and it's not all election stuff, but man, there's just some funny things going on. But that will be at the very, very end. You'll have to stick around for that because, well, we'll get to that. Anyway, currently blasting Fergalicious. What is Fergalicious? Hello, Bird Unkind. Hello, Renato. CCJ 1998. Same here. KDEQT apps anytime over GDK. Not a fan of GNOME apps on Farron OS, so I installed Discover. There you go. Update, they have switched to Rap God. Oh, Lord. I've never heard of any of these things. Are these accurate or not? Got 10 over there. All right. Yeah, I mean, YouTube's definitely throttling us. That's for sure. Of course, we should be thankful they didn't find the video. We've dropped off one community strike, so we got 2 more bogus things they can hit the channel with before they pull it off. So anyway, let's go ahead and get on into the news. We'll see if we can get everything wrapped up pretty quickly here. Before we do, let me take some sip of tea here. We got, I think it was lemon honey, I think it is. Lemon ginger. I think it's a lemon ginger tea. And I don't have any honey left, which is sad. Still have my second cup of coffee for the day, so might as well drink some of that too. All right. Let's get started. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the show there on multiple different platforms. Have a look at the website at switchedtolinux.com/live. They will have all of the stream links going on over there. So let's go ahead and get diving on in here. Very light news because it's election week, and so everyone's talking about their candidates and who won and who lost, all that kind of stuff, and I didn't want to get at all that. So let's just go to Australia for the first half of our news. Actually, the first 2/3 of our news will all be in Australia. Tech giants and businesses worm to Labor privacy bill. Point out some flaws. So this has to do with a new privacy bill in Australia. And it says it's an unintended drafting error. You decide. Basically, the unintended error, this has to do with having a lot of fines and regulation about a global company with customers in Australia, and they have to basically the people with businesses in Australia are going to have extra measures of privacy for those people. Unfortunately, the way they drafted the law, it's if you have any business in Australia, any violations anywhere in the world are subject to Australia law. Well, that's not going to fly. But other than that, people are saying, yeah, sure, why not? We didn't get a lot in this article about what the actual bill all covers, other than increases penalties for serious and repeated data breaches from 2.2 million to whatever is higher, 5 million, 3 times the value of any benefit obtained through the misuse. That is something that needs to be implemented across the world. Here's the reason. We find this a lot in the United States. A company goes out and violates the rule. They make a boatload of profit. If they're caught and they get fined, the fines are oftentimes less than the benefit they had from breaking the rules. So what this one does is 3 times the value of any benefit derived by misusing information. This is exactly what we need in the United States. If you violate the rules and you knowingly violate the rules, anything you profit, you're paying 3 times what you profited, not just some little fine. Now, because of the oligarchy in the United States, I don't see that actually happening, but it'd be really cool. I can dream, can't I? I can dream. 30% or 30% of a company's adjusted turnover. So, there's a number of different things in there. But it'd be kind of good. Of course, they said, there's a little bit of issues in here and that the bill actually covers through and would benefit or would fine you if for violations in other nations, not just Australia. So with that, whatever that happens to be worth. Still in Australia, labor forces resistance in push to expand police access to GPS data in missing persons cases. So the bill is trying to say, hey, if there's a missing person, we can access geolocation data from a phone easier than it would otherwise be. And some people are saying this could be widely abused. And, I can see both sides of this. One of the kids I was mentoring at one point in time, going back about 5 years ago, actually got lost in the woods at night. And so we had like a 50-person search team coming in. They were going to bring in an infrared helicopter coming in to search the woods for the kid. And the one thing the police asked is, hey, does he have a cell phone with him? Because if he had a cell phone, they would just bring a Stingray over. Because a Stingray, with the parents' permission, they could ping the phone number and geolocate him with the Stingray data. But, he was a fairly smart kid and doesn't, live attached to the hip of his cell phone. So he left it at home when he went for a run and got lost. We did find him later on that night, about 1 or 2 in the morning. We found him, and he was okay and everything. But it was an interesting evening. But it pulls up one of the legitimate reasons for stingrays and for the things that if somebody is legitimately lost, a kid, and he had his cell phone, they could have brought in a stingray and identified him really fast. That's something they could have done. And so this bill kind of tries to open this up to say, yeah, we want to have the ability to do this. And so with that, this is kind of the thing they're trying to do. The problem is it is an erosion of some of the checks and balances for obtaining such information. And for this, there's a lot of debate going on about the bill. As long as it's very tightly reined in on specific missing persons cases and, there's family involvement, okay. There is a downside of that. What if you have a family member that's over 18 that wants to disappear? That's a different case. And sometimes that happens. There are people with completely screwed up families that want to disappear. And so we don't necessarily want to place all those eggs in the basket of family or all those eggs in the basket of identifying and finding and tracking down a missing person easier. So there's a lot of back and forth on this bill, but another thing going on down in Australia. But for our chief story, we are back here in the good old United States. And in the good old United States here, Apple, of course, I talked about, this is going back almost 2 or 3 years now. I talked about the fact that it looked like Apple is building a advertising system. And then lo and behold, they rolled out the advertising system and it was very controversial. Things like giving gambling ads on gambling accountability apps. It's kind of like saying, hey, we'll give you some coupon codes for the local bar if you download AA app. What? That's the type of thing Apple was in hot water for. We didn't cover that. I think that was like last week, 2 weeks ago. Those are coming out. It's just like, yeah, Apple is not doing good things on the ads. But it apparently, in rolling this out, it would appear that going back to iOS 14.6, it appears that Apple has been able to track and log absolutely everything you do on the App Store. You pull it up, it notices all the clicks, it logs what pages you're on, it's keeping all this data, partly to identify the best places to put ads and how to collect information about what ads to show. And so this was identified by some people looking at some data that was being attached and uploaded. Basically, it goes through a JSON file, gets uploaded. They intercepted the thing and found out, yeah, it's really in real time logging absolutely everything you do. Basically, Apple put session replay into the App Store. And if you think that Apple is a privacy-focused company, I'm sorry. You must be hanging out in one of these states like Colorado and wherever else that just decriminalized hallucinogenics. Whatever. But the point is, if you're using iOS devices, understand that they have the ability to track you. And it appears as though this started back in iOS 14.6. And this is all used for their advertising network. Well, we do use affiliates, and if you'd like to help support the channel, you can have a look at our affiliates. Today we are highlighting Pro Writing Aid. It looks like they changed their plans around a little bit on me here. I should pay more attention to those affiliate emails that get back and forth. Pro Writing Aid is an excellent tool. It's a alternative to Grammarly, only they've always been privacy first. They've never collected or stored any of the data that you have. They don't use it for any purposes. And if you're writing your novel here for November, hey, at the end of your day, after you've written your 1,600 words, drop it into this and do some quick AI edit checking. They do have, if you use my affiliate code, which is tlm.li/PWA, you're going to get looks like $2 off premium. If these are all new pricing for me. I haven't seen these new pricing tags. So it goes from, it's billed per month, yearly billed at $96. So $96, it basically gives you $8 per month. That is going to be a $2 discount for using mine. There is a lifetime option here as well. $319 for a lifetime, or monthly billing of $20 if you want to be able to turn it on, turn it off. There are a number of free options that you have as well, which is also pretty good. I'm actually started using this as of the last book we published, which was another author of mine. We started using this, and then I ran this through my next upcoming book, which will be released very soon. I got the final edits back today. All those are implemented in. The next steps are record the audiobook for that, and then start pushing everything out on the distribution lists. But I'm using Pro Writing Aid to do those edits. tlm.li/PWA. And now we're going to jump on over to security news. All right, so in our security news, first up, MediaBank. Remember, this is the breach. We've covered it for a couple weeks now in Australia again. This is one of the ones leading to a lot of these new regulations coming out. Now the people who breached them is threatening to release a lot of data, and MediaBank says that they're not going to pay any ransom because they think it's probably riskier to pay the ransom than to not pay the ransom. And so one article that I read suggests that the hackers are trying to release abortion data. However, the official documentation here would appear that that is not the case. I think someone's just plying in on all of the current take on abortion privacy and throwing that out there. I don't know. I saw one article that was not a very good article, probably suggests that more than anything else. But these guys did say that, yeah, we're going to start releasing data. And the people say they don't actually have any information about what health data claims you did. But there's enough personal information. Mostly the issue here is the personal information can be used to verify who you are and to do targeted phishing attacks. That really appears to be what the issue is that they're looking at here. Well, 15,000 sites are hacked for massive Google SEO poisoning campaign, and lo and behold, WordPress. Now, the one thing we don't know on this is we don't know how they're getting in yet. The articles I read, it is WordPress. We know it's WordPress from what's going on. Basically using wp-signup.php, wp-cron.php. They're making adjustments. I've actually seen this exact breach before as I've cleaned up WordPress sites. Maybe not this exact one, but the same way. They gain access to the server, usually through a vulnerable plugin, and they dump in, basically they take the same file and they dump extra headers. They might dump JavaScript into it. So they're dumping just a bunch of stuff inside of the header that's not supposed to be there, but all the file structure itself is intact. Now, if you're running something like WordFence, it's going to detect this hack because WordFence checks the file versions against a hash for every file. So WordFence would spot this, most likely. But basically what it's doing is it's loading in a bunch of JavaScript for fake SEO, click ads, and then there's a bunch of other things that you'll see in here as well. And so it is coming through WordPress. We don't know how. Most likely it's coming from a vulnerable plugin. We just haven't identified which plugin or plugins because the WordPress core itself is very secure. I'm not saying it can't be breached. I am saying it is pretty secure. And so if you're using WordPress with very minimal plugins, you're probably not at high risk of this, but we don't know what the attack vector is for this one yet. Just be aware it exists. And hey, if you're curious, you can look at those WordPress files, or if you are running a WordPress site, make sure you have WordFence installed because it's going to spot this problem. And on to our final story for security today. Microsoft has its Dynamics 365 customer voice, oftentimes used by companies. They'll have a phone number established and you can do customer reviews and things like that. Well, when you get this, when somebody gets in here and uses this, they send you a link, and then Microsoft sends you an email, and it's legit. The problem is they're hijacking this email and sending you to a fake login screen to log in. And so what's happening is people are being spoofed by the system into opening up a false campaign, and then they're able to gain access. And I'm wondering, I need to evaluate. I have a couple Google Voice numbers that I've been getting some interesting, weird ones where somebody will leave me a Google Voice, and then on the same website, a contact form with the exact same message. It says like hello and goodbye. It's weird. And so it's very interesting to see it happen. So I got to evaluate those and see if that's the case. But basically, they're sending you the email. The email looks pretty legit. Of course, if you were to hover over this, it would be a different URL. The URL is going to take you into a sign-in page that looks perfectly legit. If you're paying attention to the URLs up here, you'd be able to spot it. But then you log in, and then they will now have access to your information. Of course, you have 2FA. Now they just have to figure out how to bypass that. And hey, all things would be interesting for them. So if they have some best practice here, always hover over all URLs. Don't click them, just hover over them, because you will see on every operating system, usually in the bottom left of the screen, you'll see where that URL wants to open to. So make sure you open to those. When receiving an email with a voicemail, ensure it is a typical type of email received. If unsure about the email, ask the original sender. I would add, just log into your Office 365 Dynamics account without clicking any links and see if there's anything there. That's what I do with all those ones that get me. You think I'm clicking the link in the email? I don't click links in emails when I know they're coming. Well, if you'd like to help support the channel, we do have a Patreon page, patreon.com/TOMM. You can come on over there and join in the conversations going on. With that, we'll go ahead and wrap this one up here. Thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux. Alrighty, let's go ahead and check in. Let's check over on locals. Just Dan's over there. We do have, head on over to switchedtolinux.locals.com. If you have a locals account, we have a live chat going for this news. So you can jump in on over there. Nobody over on the Lost Stepchild of D Live. Die Master's still holding down the room over there at Twitch. Thank you for that. Purple Tiger, hello, over there on Rumble. 16 watching over on Rumble. Thank you guys for watching over there. We got 29 watching over on Odyssey. Thank you guys for joining us over here on Odyssey. I ought to see this over here instead of over there, you know. Let's see. Can't connect to Rumble right now. Left is continuing their cheating. Yep. Able to connect through Odyssey, though. There you go. Computers made it impossible to count. I don't know what's going on in this election. You'd figure in 2022 we'd have it figured out how to, count some votes. At this point, a guy throwing darts at a candidate board would be a more fair than vote. Made a little donation on Odyssey. Thank you very much. I didn't see it yet, but maybe it's down below there. I haven't scrolled down all the way. Thank you for supporting over there on Odyssey. More MSN lies. Cause election day. It's actually 20 days. No, it's longer than that sometimes. Just ordered 7th gen PC 149 Dell Micro. Not compatible with Windows 11. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I'm really thinking I want to get another one of those micro PCs. And I'm noticing some of my work, some of my main web design work, I'm having to do things on Facebook for a client. I'm having to do things on Google Ads for a client. And the Raspberry Pi, it's functional, but it's really slow. So I'm using my laptop for some of those. But I'm thinking, man, maybe I should get one more. But I'm like, I don't know. I have so many computers in here right now. Do I really need another computer? I'm a geek. Of course I need another computer. But do I really want to spend money on it right now? Union Senate threatened everyone not voting their way in Las Vegas. Yikes. Hello, Rouse Review. So the ghost of Harry. No, it was the ghost of Anthony McDowell. We'll get into that at the banned news section later on tonight. When I checked my ballot online, they changed my vote from Republican to Democrat. I called them every name in the book for changing my vote and noticed something was so hot for the signature to boot. Yikes. Was even good forgery. It was legible. I'm going to have to get a hold of my friend over there in the elections office and have a look at what mine might look like. Desktop is an old mini Dell PC. All right. Really improve the computer with AMD, except some graphics card issues. There you go. Bet my hiney off. Easy's is behind the cyber attack on Australia. It's possible. WordPress vulnerability must be Tuesday. That's right. Or Monday, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You know. Currently happy with 56G build. Last time having an Asus board. WordPress vulnerability must be a day ending in Y. There you go. That's better. Or owning a Linux system with no hint of Microsoft on it. There you go. Greetings, DistroTube. How's it going there? Took 3 weeks for BIOS flashback to work. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm even going to give it much try on my pfSense box. I think I'm just going to deal with the old BIOS. Tried 3 flash disks for the flashback, just using an old one. All right, check out the Tubies comments section here. Found out Honey and Earl Grey work great together. Ooh, nice. Hello, M. Scott. Greetings. Good evening to you. You check out Rumble. There you go. I can hear you now. Woohoo, woohoo. We need that 3x law everywhere, right down to robbery or stealing pipe gum. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Not bad. Just a lot of political content. Let's see. I use YouTube, Odyssey, Rumble, and BitChute. Usually watch on Rumble, but every once in a while it won't load because of my VPN. Both YouTube and Odyssey, just up for chat right now. All right. Beauty of Window Manager. Yep. Like serving pizza and donuts at the gym. Nice. Hey, I would go to a gym eating pizza and donuts. That's something I would do. Anyone here know C? Like C, C++? I took some courses in it years and years ago, but not lately. Experimented with running GNOME on Linux Mint. Installing GNOME Session is better than installing GNOME because it adds no bloat and makes Mint more lightweight than Cinnamon. Very cool. Never had an Apple product. No, don't want one. All right, let's see. Used to own an iPod. Didn't take me long to mod it and put Linux on it. Very good. Have to install GNOME Session, GNOME Shell extensions, GNOME tweaks, Chrome, GNOME Shell, GNOME Screensaver, and Qt. There you go. Reason I'm asking is learning of a compliment to what I know about is Rust. I picked up K&R, but I mean, I think Rust is certainly a newer version, like a newer programming language, a more modern one. C++, I remember being pretty rudimentary. I don't know about C, just basic C, but C++ was pretty rudimentary, as I recall. Of course, we're going back into the 90s, so it's probably a lot different now. I mean, that's when I was taking courses in it. Let's see. Okay, let's see. A 5th gen iPod video was so locked down with DRM and iTunes and never buy another Apple product because of it. Yep. What up, Paper Bag Man? How's it going there? The Hackintosh? That's right. Feel like I should just switch over to Odyssey. Haven't touched in a while. There you go. Anna Rita fell asleep reading a book until the phone rang, woke up and said, hey, shoot, time's on. Anna Rita, the new audiobook is available on Kobo as of today. Head on over to the website at ourwalkinchrist.com, go to books, and I actually put all the links over there. So that is on Kobo. You can use that gift card now. All right. I still have a backup paper trail. All right, let's see. No one got my joke about DistroTube, or was it really bad? Story of my life. I don't know. I didn't see a joke about DistroTube. I must have missed it. Okay, let's see. All right, let's jump on over to busyness news. Back to the business of busyness. After I get some more tea. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the business and the SillyVille editions. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wow, I'm doing really bad today. It must have been a long week. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. switchedtolinux.com/live to get all of the streaming locations in case we're here, there, nowhere, somewhere. In case we get banished, thrown off of the Tubies, whatever else. You can find all the stream links over there, and I update it each day we have a stream. All right. So let's go ahead and get on into the busyness news. It is a short week because, we're not covering a ton of election stuff over here. All right, so first up, you might soon be able to do a Zoom call in your Tesla, as if we needed that. I was in Bakersfield the other day, and I'm driving down through this spot. I'm going over to there's a nice park there in the middle of town, or whatever else over by the Target. I go down there and I pull in, and there's a Tesla on either end. I'm like, I'm going to die. But I managed to get in there. None of the Teslas went rogue on me. No lithium-ion battery fires in the middle of it all. I survived. But there are indeed a lot of Teslas over in California. All right. But that's the last thing we need is for people to be on Zoom calls, because it's like, do you guys remember this? In fact, it was a meeting with a transportation department. This is going back to me about a year or so, on a transportation department, and they were literally talking about road safety, and there was a guy in there who had his Zoom background on. He was actually in his car. He's like sitting in this like picture of his living room with a seatbelt on doing this. It was really funny. But yeah, we do not need Zoom active on Teslas. Now, it might be another one like the gaming system. It can only be used if your car's not be using. Oh, no, that's just for now. Because don't worry, Tesla's got like that self-driving stuff, so you can just get the self-driving stuff on. Forget you're even driving until it's already too late and you've already killed 5 people in your lithium-ion fireball. This is just a bad idea. Another bad idea. We don't need a big computer dashboard in any car. Okay. We just don't need that. Too many issues, too many dangers, too many warning signs, and you got to take your eyes off the road too much to look at those touch screens rather than tactile buttons where you can feel what you're doing with minimal looking at the road. Well, YouTube is now taking shorts on video TV apps. So if you are watching any YouTube apps on any of your smart TVs, now you're going to have a big old bake of shorts at the top, as if does anybody like shorts? I mean, I know millions of people watch them. I know it's the latest rage. I cannot stand them for the life of me. First and foremost, I'm not sitting here watching something in this little dimension. No, and I'm looking up things. There's entire Reddit fields about it. Everyone's like, dude, shorts, stop it. Okay. If people wanted to watch this crap, they'd be on TikTok. Why are you trying to compete with a thing that makes a world's brain numb? Now, understand this. TikTok in China limits itself to only a certain amount of time and pushes pro-science, pro-education, pro-country things to the Chinese users. You leave China, it becomes the disgusting cesspool, which is literally destroying the world. And now YouTube says, hold my beer, yo, I'm doubling down. And so now on your smart TV apps, you're going to start seeing these. It's kind of like the same thing going to the YouTube homepage, right? And it's like you see the big old the shelf of shorts, and you click it like, okay, we won't show this shelf for 30 days. Can you have the option to not show the shelf ever? I'm not going to watch your crap. You know what I mean? Like this video if you hate shorts too. But yeah, because it's just the rage. No, it's mind-numbing garbage is what it is. All right. Moving on. Windows 11 has some A/B testing they're apparently doing, because some people are saying they're seeing this and other people are saying they're not, but it's not uncommon for Microsoft to push A/B testing even in production environments. Literally, your Windows computer could be completely different from your mother's Windows computer. So your mother's like, hey, Bobby, I can't figure something out. And you're trying to explain what it is. They might have a completely different UI because of A/B testing. I don't see that, Bobby. What? So basically what this is now is you click on the menu and under the recommended, you're going to get a little pop-up here, sign up for Microsoft account. Now, this one baffled me because I was under the impression that it was really, really, really hard to get Windows 11 going without a Microsoft account. Is this true? Not true? Was that just in the early developer builds? I don't know. I haven't touched Windows 11 other than as I commented on a Chris Titus Tech video, or maybe it was a tweet. I can't remember. I said, well, other than looking at system specs at Best Buy, I haven't touched Windows 11. I don't know what's in this thing. It's getting interesting. It's getting to the point where I don't even know how to use Windows anymore, and I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Give me control. Give me a system that the UI is the same everywhere and we're not doing A/B testing. But apparently now you have the sign up for Microsoft account, change account settings, lock, and sign out as easy pop-ups now. And they're kind of pushing this. They're pushing backing up files with OneDrive, which of course means that Microsoft gets access to everything on your computer. Oh, guys, they're just going to be sorting that and looking for the goods on you. I got nothing to hide. Yeah, until what you have that was perfectly legal yesterday becomes illegal tomorrow. And with the constant flip-flopping of the red and the blue parties of absolute nonsense going on in this country, that's going to happen. I mean, come on, the Republicans get on in, you're going to get all sorts of crazy, weird laws. It's like, what are you guys doing? And then the Democrats get in and they want to chop on. Never mind. We don't even want to go there right now. It's just getting weird. And we are in a polarized turnkey world right now. And so I don't want any of that stuff out going on anybody else's cloud. I don't want to be arrested for a meme. And it's happened. Stick around for the band news. Anyway, so yeah, if you pull it up on this was an insider build where they regularly do A/B testing, but they do A/B testing on the regular systems as well. So you now have, there you go. This is the one for backing up your files. The other one is for signing for Microsoft account. They're really pushing all this kind of stuff. That's how wonderful. And finally, Signal is losing its way. I have not used the Signal app. I had set it up at one point in time a long time ago. And then when I changed phones, we're going on. Actually, it wasn't even changing phones. It was something they did stupid like 2 or 3 years ago, where they were going to store all your contact stuff in their cloud. Like, no. And there wasn't initially a way around it. I just stopped using it altogether and booted it off. But now it's getting worse, guys. Now they're rolling out a stories feature. Great. All we need. We have Signal installed so we can securely text, and now I'm going to get spammed by the latest stories feature that you can spam out to anybody on your contact list who also uses Signal. And of course, it's encrypted. Great to know. We do not like, and they disappear after 24 hours. It's like Snapchat/stories. Like, really? Signal? What in the hell are you thinking of? You are going from, you were really good. Now there's one feature that Signal does. It's a feature, not a bug, that I will never use it until they get rid of. And that is, if you set up Signal on your device and anybody else who has Signal on their device who has your number in their contact list will get a notification that you have now joined Signal. So much for privacy, folks. Signal has been losing its way for a long time, in case you're thinking this is the best way to communicate. No, it's not. Signal has lost its mind from the very beginning. Okay, let me repeat that. I don't have to have your number in my contact list. You have to have my number in your contact list and be on Signal. If I get on Signal, you get a message about it, and there's no way to tell it not to do that. You've just empowered every crazy stalker in the world who is stalking their ex-girlfriends and all sorts of fun stuff. That's insane. And then this, that's all we need. All we need is a stories feature where I can turn my Signal text messaging app into a social media nonsense plugin. Great. How wonderful. Rolling out a new stories feature to all users on Android and iOS. The company announced on Monday. The official launch comes weeks after the company first began beta testing with select users. Plans to release the stories. Now, they said, I think it was down here somewhere, it's like, we're not trying to be a social media app. But you are. Let's see. Stories have emerged to serve the specific functions and others in broader communication landscapes, and many of us have integrated them as one of the ways we connect with one another, the company said in a blog post. That's why we have a natural place in any messaging app, including Signal. People use them, people want them, so we're providing a way to do stories privately. Yep, that completely puts the nail in the final coffin. I'm never using Signal again. Hell no. Lord help us. Of course, there's a lot of people, use Signal is best. Signal lost its way. Signal has lost its way. Let me know if you agree or if you think I'm nuts. All right, well, if you want to help support the channel, we do have affiliates. Head on over to synaptergy.com or tlm.li/s. This is my science fiction novel. I'm not writing a book for the November challenge of writing a book, but hey, this is a book that I wrote a couple years ago. So Synaptergy, you can order it on Amazon. You can order it at Barnes & Noble, anywhere you can order books online. We have ebooks, we have audiobooks, we have print books available. You can go ahead and grab yourself a copy. Wherever, hit the where to buy button, and that'll have it. I think the author website is disabled at this point in time, just because I'm on the road and stuff, but you can pick it up anywhere else, and I have a lot of links over there. Anyway, guys, with that, let's go ahead and move on over to SillyVille. All right. Well, first up in SillyVille, and this is great because I'm heading to this region soon. And I mean, Colorado did just pass to make psychedelics legal, or at least decriminalized. I didn't follow the law that much. But the National Park Service, nevertheless, is warning you not to lick the psychedelic toads. Okay. And I'm heading to this area. This is in the Serrano Desert. They can get up into Colorado. So I guess if you're in Colorado, go ahead and lick the toads all you want. It's now law. You're allowed. But they are telling you they are actually dangerous. They're not just trippy. It is actually dangerous. So don't do that. It is bad. But the National Park Service, and I think I couldn't actually find the exact notice. I think this was, Oregon cactus pipe, which I have a video on my Tux Traveler channel. If you want to see some really cool, cacti. But the toad lives down there. It's called the, Sonoran Desert toad, or the Colorado River toad. They live in this small area. They are actually a massive toad with bright, crazy eyes. They're like 7 inches tall, and their skin secretes a hallucinogenic substance, but it's also toxic. So, well, yes, it could cause you to see all weird stuff. It can poison you at the same time. So don't do that. But they are warning people not to lick the toads. So if you need to be told not to lick the toads, I mean, that's all I see. I mean, it's a toad. No. I won't lick the snakes either. I think I've encountered a snake at like every national park I've been to in a while since Theodore Roosevelt. First was a diamondback rattlesnake, and then a couple other benign, pointless ones. All right, well, next, rest in cheese. A man builds a 3,000-pound tomb to preserve his flaming hot Cheetos, which is scheduled to be opened in 10,000 years. That's right. This is the world we are now living in. So he basically encased his flaming hot Cheetos. He bought himself 3,000 pounds of concrete. He dug himself a big old tomb, and then he placed the ingredients and what it was and the date when it was to be opened. And so it's 3,000 pounds. Let's see, according to TikTok, our entire process took nearly 4 months and cost $1,200. And this is why I say TikTok is a poison. TikTok makes you do things like build sarcophaguses for your Cheetos. Yeah. There's the concrete. Here's the ingredient list of the Cheetos. People look at this, go, people ate this 10,000 years in the future. Like, whoa, people ate this kind of stuff. It'll probably be good too. In 10,000 years, open up, it'll probably still be good. So, you know, here you go. There you have it, guys. There you have it. In 10,000 years, we'll be able to open this up and see what the thing looks like. And it's Seattle Man, of course. So, yeah. Well, talking about Zoom, we started this talk about Zoom on Tesla. We're going to end this out. We have one more story after this, but Zoom, you might have a Zoom meeting in a cinema. Users will be able to have full cinema experience with snacks and drinks for those Zoom meetings. this might actually cause people to get back into the meetings. It's like, all right, you guys got to go on over to the cinema meeting there and have the Zoom call. Zoom and AMC Theater have linked up for a partnership that will turn movie theater locations throughout the United States into video conferencing venues. Users will be able to book the preferred theater online and then will receive a 3-hour block of time to virtually host their event as a Zoom rooms across the selected theaters across the country. AMC and Zoom will provide the necessary equipment for the entire Zoom room experience, as well as providing the option of snacks and beverage offerings, movie viewings, and concierge-style personalized handling of meetings. So there you go, guys. If you really want to do away with all those quiet quitters out there, go ahead and book yourself a Zoom meeting for all the people in that particular region. Can come in and treat them to, like, some movie theater popcorn for the Zoom meeting. There you go. Isn't that great? Well, the crime wave is getting so bad that now birds are in on the action. So there was a reporter. Was this down in Chile, I think? This is down in Chile. And the reporter out here is doing a presentation on the prevalence of crime in the area. I'm going to go ahead and turn down the volume here because I can't speak the language anyway. So he's over here talking about how bad the violence is, or how bad the crime is getting. Thievery is going on, theft is occurring, and the bird's like, yeah, I'll take that. Thank you. Goodbye. So now the wildlife is getting in on the theft rings as well. It's getting so bad out there, guys. We cannot even trust the parrot that comes down on our shoulders. They're going to steal it. The parrot's going to fly off to the local pawn shop. Hey man, I got this one. The guy's like, all right, I'll give you $15 for it now, and I'll give you another 25 when you bring me the other one. Bird's going to come back and dive bomb, grab the other one, flying off to the pawn shop, get himself a local fix of, he'll just give him a toad or something to lick. I don't know. Anyway, that one there is, that's a good one. That's an exciting one. All right, guys. Well, if you'd like to help support the channel, we do have a locals page now. In fact, as the live chat goes on, we do have a live chat today for this. Not active yet. First time we had it running. But the locals community is up online. switchedtolinux.locals.com. You can have a look over there if you want to help support the channel. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux. Alrighty. And don't go away, guys. We have band news coming up next. Alright, let's see. Gintner, whatever. Switch Linux holding down the Twitch Live TV. Well, you and the Die Master. I'd be on Rumble, but they want my phone number to chat/comment. Yeah, that's not good. Let's see. Total Care, fair elections. Let's see here. I hope band news is here to stay. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We got a good result last time. I thought it was a little bit too political last time, but we'll see. Do you stream Our Walking Christ here? Well, I have not streamed Our Walking Christ in a while. And I've been taking a little hiatus from the Thursday night shows while I work on some books. I mean, doing an audiobook is highly, highly intensive. And so I just finished the one. It's into the production range. I'm going to do the next one now, and it's a shorter book, so it shouldn't be quite as intensive. When that book is done, I'm going to go back to the Thursday shows, and I don't know if I'm going to do them live or not. I don't know. I might go back to live. I didn't do live because I was only going to get 1 or 2 people watching live, but I think we'll probably get a lot more live streaming to other locations. So since I have everything all set up now to do that, I can probably pull that off pretty easy. So, with that, yes, I have not done it, but not out of the realm of possibility. I had to crack up when viewing DistroTube on the boob tube. I was getting ads for hair growth. Oh, how does that make you feel, DistroTube? It's people getting hair growth ads watching your stuff. Making second attempt to grow a citrus tree. Got some lemon seeds. Excited to see if they will grow. The good secret to get them to start growing is get a plastic bag, and you're going to wet a paper towel and put the lemon seeds on them, blow a little bit of air in the plastic bag, seal it up, and then set that by a windowsill. and then set that grow, and that will start to grow. And then once you have one leaflet on there, you're going to transplant it and make sure it stays moist. I actually grew a grapefruit tree from a seed from a Walmart grapefruit, and I actually gave it away to somebody when I moved in the van. It was over 6 feet tall. Yeah, that's always fun. And hopefully he gets grapefruit off it. He'll actually fertilize it and stuff. Hopefully it works. Tesla gives you the zoomies while driving 100. That's right. But Elon makes it possible for you to pay your $8 Twitter money through your Tesla dashboard, probably. Great. Load Zoom. Get a CCP access to your car. Don't the batteries already come from CCP anyway? Yes, it does. Shorts can eat my shorts. There you go. I talk about Twitter bankruptcy. You can drag Tesla with its fall. I'd be okay with that. I think someone should make an app that destroys your phone if you press record video and then turn your phone vertical. Okay, signal is lost. That's way when they recently announced they won't be dropping the phone number requirement if yours are lying. Oh, really? I didn't see that one. You can disable the feature on Signal. Don't care. Check out Session Instant Messaging. Anyone else tried it out yet? Okay. I've not. Haven't tried Session, but they do not require any personal info. That's good. All right. So you know, Colorado is throwing a Woodstock. Yeah. Wish they'd do that with Cool Ranch Doritos instead. That might actually be edible by then. I had Flamin' Hot Cheetos mac and cheese. I'll give it a pass. 3,000 pounds of concrete while you crazy Americans build houses with cardboard. Yep, that's America. It won't survive a nuclear strike. Well, it might. I don't know. There's an R Walk in Christ channel. If you want to follow it, haven't seen any streams there though. Yeah, I have R Walk in Christ over on Odyssey. It is on Odyssey now. It is on Rumble now. It might be back up on BitChute, but last time I checked, they're once again failing to upload half the time and failing to transfer all the videos over. I want BitChute to work, but my lord, it has begun giving me issues. Clementine seeds got from a bag was supposed to be seedless. Gave 2 saplings to grandma, and I believe they're still growing in her garden. Very good. Like that until a corrupt FCC attacked them, and shortly after they started asking for it as for gaining tokens. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what Odyssey requires right now. All right, let's see. Oh, we got a lot of comments over here. How many over streaming over here? We have 18 watching on YouTube, and all the cool 31 cool cats over there on Odyssey, though. All right, and how many on Rumble? We got 10 watching on Rumble. All right. Find Dell Latitudes and Precision laptops, the great computers. Paper ballots and still get our results on Election Day. Yep. Thank you. Going to buy it. Take my money. All right. Let's see. I program in Rust. It's a neat programming language, in my opinion. Has lots of useful features, though it's not super intuitive to learn. Good bit of mental overload for the dev. Anyone know how well Radeon RX 56X would work with Linux? I don't know. Last I checked, NVIDIA had better driver support for Linux than AMD, unless I have that backwards. Generally, AMD has been traditionally better than NVIDIA. AMD graphics generally has good Linux support since their devices are open source and part of the kernel. AMD is baked into the kernel with no headaches. Zoom calls on a car? No. Yeah, we don't need that. Noise? There you go. AMD drivers are right in the kernel. No third party needed. Tired of NVIDIA Linux shenanigans. Going to switch to AMD whenever I build a desktop. Yeah, that's why I use AMDs when I can. Recently got the AMD card just mentioned. Nice Windows. Figured it'd be nice in Linux as well. Let's see. Gonna lie, I'm really loving AMD. First time intentionally using anything AMD. really have no need for anything newer. Unofficial Linux Mint 21 GNOME respin and describe the lower resource used on it. People may take notice. Possibly Unicorn distro. I mean, yeah, you give it a try. The problem is you have to keep up on maintenance. All right. I'm starting political shorts on Patreon. It's not the brain dead material. Yeah, there you go. I mean, I still do shorts on the Christian channel. We do a daily scripture, which is just 1 or 2 Bible verses. And I do 1 short a week on the travel channel. It's like YouTube wants you to do shorts. I hate them. I'll still do them every once in a while, but not my cup of tea. I'll put it this way. I am not offended if you guys don't watch my YouTube shorts. I won't watch the YouTube shorts. So, you know. I realize Windows 11 describes the number of windows in my house. Don't know how to use Windows 10 and 11. I'm great on these because Linux works better for me. Yep. Check my paste yearly. Change it out. Yeah. Take my streams outside. Clean every 4 months with a. Yeah, I need to take my big computer out, clean it up a little bit. TR Smashwords is a good place to get DRM free books. May need Calibre to reformat the extensions. Okay. Let's see. Dude, the world won't be around 10,000. Probably not. But the end of the nuclear holocaust, somebody will be able just get to Seattle and you'll have at least 1 bag of Cheetos to eat. Release bees on officers executing eviction notice. No, I didn't. Yikes. Going to the cinema. Nice. What movie? Oh, it's for a Zoom call. What? Yeah. Zoom during a movie. What's a theater? I know, right? I think it's an upgrade in Civilization 4. Wish my meetings with the home daycare kids' parents were in a movie theater. Yeah, I got a pair of Bluetooth headphones just to see how well they work. They do not work nearly as well as wired ones. Isn't growing your own food completely legal yet? Well, Facebook was putting you into a silent list of radicals if you were talking about canning or growing your own food. So possible. It's not illegal yet, but they're trying to make it that way. There was a scientist in Germany who was arguing that we need to make it illegal to grow your own food because it doesn't have the safety involved in the professionals have. It's kind of funny, but no thank you. Will we be able to grow our own bugs? I know, right? Configuring cubes. Very good. Not only be able to purchase your week's supply of fresh crickets and mealworms for your local Walmart. Breeding bugs will also be illegalized. That's right. You cannot grow your own food, bugs or chicken or cows or bacon or corn. You can't. Sorry. You could kill yourself growing food. Didn't you know that? Point of redundance of videos. Just stupid. Wait, what's the point of the redundance of videos? I don't get what you're asking there. Told Pizza I'll run ReCOS whenever I build the desktop. Very good. Awesome. Well, guys, we are going to go ahead and let's feed the kitties. And then we're going to go over. Don't leave right after we feed the kitties because we have band news. But we're going to feed the kitties first for you guys who can't jump on for whatever reason. But head on over to switchedtolinux.com/live to get the direct links for Rumble, Odyssey, Twitch, or DLive. We're going to go ahead and feed the kitty cats, and then we'll get back to band news. we're going to say goodnight to YouTube and then head on over for band news. 3, 2,